Yeah, hello all. Welcome to this part two, a brief segment. I exceeded my promise of 15 minutes. I hope members will keep visiting this part two also. So, the boon we need to maximize, bane we need to minimize, understand, learn, cross learn from each other, and share insights and systems so that we all can do better. And if senior practitioners, middle practitioners, those entering into practice in PG, different members in different stages will have different requirements, different adaptability, different learning curve, and different digital appetite and all. The beauty about this digital telemedicine, all these things is everybody can open up another segment in telemedicine and related issues for practice, for revenue, for name, fame, for recognition, for impact, and for empowering. The more social impact a program has and a practitioner has, definitely that will attract a social group to join forces. So it's customizable. A senior practitioner may have a little trial as an alternate thing to refresh and to give it a try, and mid into practice can think of this as an alternative stream. Particularly lady professionals in our groups can far utilize their time. I'm not chauvinistic, I'm saying that they can determine their timings, because now it's pan India. Telemedicine is whole India is the market, or the client group is there. In fact, it's global. If it is there can be cultural dermatology being practiced. I see many members doing exceptionally well in identifying the cultural themes and all. And also, in my view, the tinea is a pandemic undeclared by WHO definitely. And if we can have dermatologists, a subgroup contacting all the dermatologists all across the nation, and noting if in the last 2 years everyone is noticing the same. So if it is rise in other nations also, perhaps we down up. The previous one was bottom, top to bottom. Now the model is the bottoms up. So any DVL, our body, or any other regional body can take initiative and try to contact all. And if we can make it declared as pandemic, there will be tremendous research on drugs and so many measures, not just drugs but methods and other issues. So this is possible because of the digital. Otherwise, increased travel may make a condition like tinea to be more rampant. Drug resistance can multiply it, but we will all be seeing individual cases, load and everything. But for digital, it would have taken longer time to perhaps get to it. So in that way, it's like digital gives different strokes for different folks. So entertainment, information, big screen, TV, small screen, different ranges, and each screen has its own grammar dynamics, and each screen has its own client groups, and some client groups jump from TV to cinema to social media and smartphones and all. Definitely, similarly, in the telemedicine, service providers, that is the medical people who are advising, and the support staff and the members, they will have more comfort with the clinic or the camp. Some people are okay with the camp. Some people can only perform, can only go for camp because of the logistics issues. They perhaps can manage only one camp at a time in a month time. They make the travel is itself a challenge. The consultation in a camp place may be similar to consultation at the home ground, the home city. The travel, odd time, food and management, communication, different languages, there may be more bigger challenges. So still some people will have appropriate aptitude for the camps. So different strokes, different folks. That's a norm as I see in telemedicine. The patient groups can be there, psoriasis groups, work groups, Alcoholics Anonymous, something similar to vitiligo group. The patient groups can be empowered, information can be shared appropriately with the apt groups. And of course, the entire understanding of molecular level of subject can be pepped up and prepped up via digital far more efficiently than by the traditional method. Most doctors have read HLA and the words, the immune complex conditions, and IgM, IgG, EA, all. But we have come across to a stage of molecules and all, and many people, the 10% who are with the medical colleges still can be accessed by the medical colleges to upgrade their knowledge to the molecular level. Whereas many practitioners, 90% who are into practice, have seen the tissue level, histology, and the microscopic level. Shashi and the team are doing such a fantastic job. So at the histology level, now we are into not just special staining but at the molecular level. So the pharma company can come and tell about molecular level knowledge, information, but that is only sales information. That's what we can make it. Even with the good intention of a pharma company trying to give a grant and give things like that. But the practitioner perspective will be this pharma company is only giving the sales information, not so much bothered about information. So we can have a series of talks by different members about the molecular level of depth of the member for the practitioners. PGs of course are accessing the institution and the regular academic framework. So all these kind of academics coming up, everyone knows about all the tissue and cell basement membrane zone and all. Now little more depth of information can be added to the practitioner's practical knowledge. So we need to have a system. We have the telemedicine, tele itself as a tool, not just doctor and patient and doctor and attendant, but doctors can themselves join forces, and many new things are coming, practicable ways, in practicable ways. And in some of my programs at different campuses and corporates, the follow-up session or the before the session proceedings can be a lot empowered with digital. And these are all, the learning curve for the digital is far less compared to the computer, laptop, IT era. IT era learning curve was huge. One had to get used to even the keyboard and things like that. Whereas in digital, it's a voice format, visual format. I may not be good at keyboard at all, but I am able to talk. It's a video camera on and I am able to talk in whatever language. Telugu maatladochu, Hindi mein baat kar sakta hu, English, whichever, or mixed. Come on, masala mixed language. Still, what I expressed, you can receive. Or the audio capsules also we can go. So it's more, the smartness is more towards the client friendliness. I think we all can better use it for the increasing. Certainly during the second half of the entire lockdown period, almost my revenue, because there was a huge component from the camps, my personal experience. So all of that was cut off. So my inflow is cut off, so to say, in a major chunk. And then because of in the middle, July middle onwards, I was able to kickstart when I went into telemedicine communications and things like that. With all the things, I could make up to almost 1/3 of my camp revenue in 2 months' time, 2.5 months' time. So because I had multiple camps, so perhaps my telemedicine growth curve was fast. Not many people having as many camps may have a slower traction, but the learning curve need not be as higher, as longer compared to IT. We need not learn computers. We don't learn all the car design, mechanics and everything to drive. We drive the car, we want to go where and we go. That's up to us and we go. So we just need to perhaps know a little about the tire change and fill petrol, know the situation, have a backup number of a mechanic. That's it, and we go about. So we need not become car mechanics to drive a car. We need not become IT techie specialists to use the phone for these tools. But of course we are used to, many of us are used to the clinic dynamics, campus dynamics and everything, and lifetime of practice, 10, 20, 30 years into the system without phone even would give us habits, and the telemedicine gives power but not habit. So perhaps we need to address the change management more than the other issues. I believe we can, and not everybody needs to do all of it, everything. So that's about the thing. One specific thing I found very useful, which was otherwise not possible at all, is video conference call. A youngster staying in different country like States or UK or anywhere, their parents or uncles staying somewhere in India, and somehow they contact me or you or anybody. And usual format is we talk to the patient, or the patient tells them the details and they ask us, they find out, and we send email, and then that email goes to them, they have a doubt, this all creates. Whereas video conference call, absolutely almost at no cost, except the tool smartphone we are using. In one go, 3 or 4 windows, the attendant, the parent, myself, or a doctor or somebody else can all be there, discuss everything, all doubts, all queries in one go, and there is no drop in communication lag or slack. So that I found as exceptionally useful thing, particularly for members who are in many different places still wanting to contribute. Video conference call, not video call, but video conference call. And then coming back to Boon Bane transition, I would say definitely Boon. We need to. There are many. We can. Different members can access different facets, and even for the association also, we can choose different domain areas which we want to empower members, and we can do that. Increase Banes, the time mix-up, time management, and missends, typos, backup. So we can think of how to reduce. If you have better ideas, if you have had experience, you can share. Like I can share some of my thing. We can have a session in every month about telemedicine and some of the headaches cleared, like the pearls of wisdom in the dermatosurgery. I was seeing fantastic advices by seniors. Those who have done it, let me put it that way, not necessarily senior, junior. These days, maybe in telemedicine, many youngsters starting their practice in the telemedicine are getting more hands-on experience, and everybody can benefit. And the seasoning and the rationality and the counseling components of the seniors can never be overrun by youngsters. So we need to have the balance. So change management. So these are all happening. So how to have a better equation, better end of the equation, how we find on the better end, that's what we need to see. And for that, all of us need not practice the same things, but norms, regulatory framework will be the same. A senior practitioner may do something, an institution may have a policy of dissipating health, skin related information. A clinic may have a policy of seasonal updating of the general public. A practitioner may share information with different NGOs by Zoom conferences, meetings, to empower them and also have a better practice. So whatever one does, one need to standardize and then raise the standards and add more standards. And what one does, other need not do. One man's constipation is another's diarrhea, as it is said. So not all need to do all, not all require to do everything. So customize depending on our requirement. With that, the twin mantra of standardization and customization, I believe we can do things in a lot better way. And this is I pause with that. There are many themes and many things, and perhaps just like dermato conferences used to have one segment for dermatosurgery, and then later on dermatosurgery came with the yearbook, and then it became laser surgeries, so many procedures, specializing in all those things. Similarly, now telemedicine is on that brink of, because it's also legally allowed, it's opening up in a big way, and perhaps NIA, DVL, under Shashi's and Dr Mohan RAO's stewardship can take further lead by including one segment about telemedicine between doctors, doctor-patient, doctor-attendant, or between different specialities as a segment in every month's segment, a 10-minute segment, 15-minute segment about one component of the different facets of telemedicine. Thank you all for watching, and I welcome your questions very much. I'll be happy to accommodate and respond to you either in the group or individually. Thanks once again, and I appreciate Shashi and the association. Yeah, bye-bye.